Hi fellow stitchers, welcome back. I'm Vicky, Stitch and Button for those that are coming here for the first time. Today's date is December 4th and this is video number 46. I am back to tell you how much I didn't get done, but that's okay. I mean I did stuff, but not a lot of stitching. Not as much as I wanted to. Didn't finish my homework for Magical Stitches, and I haven't joined in on any more semi-sane stuff. But there's reasons. There's always a reason, right? Excuses are tools of incompetence that build monuments to nothing, and those that usually specialize in them are seldom good in anything else. It's a poem. Trust me. Anyway, I actually have reasons. I've been busy. It's not like I've been totally slacking. So we'll get into it. I started a project that is not sitting right here now, is it? Hold on. I swear I was getting everything together. I went to look for this and I saw something shiny and never pulled it out. Okay, so let me get into the homework that I did do, because there's several parts and you know you had to do a few stitches here, a few stitches there. What I did do was I started my homework and I did some on Aqua City. This is Aqua City, this is Heaven and Earth Designs. I'm really bad about the artwork people, I never mention them. Ciro Marchetti. This is gorgeous. I'm loving this, but I have not felt like working on a lot of full coverage lately. And I guess it's because I have some smalls that I just want to get done. What I did here, oh, hey, might be able to see the blue this time. I filled in some of this. That's it. That's all I got done. Just a little bit, maybe 50 stitches. But it's progress. And if I don't show it, then I gotta hear Belinda complain. So there you go, Belinda. You see the little bit on that huge piece. I then tried to work on, because that was, I think, the week before last week's homework that I just ditched. Then I was like, okay, I'm going to do homework this time. And I pulled out my Mirabilia. But I did not pull out a board. So I pulled out my Mirabilia. And I said, okay, let me get some homework done. And I probably only did about 55 stitches and stopped. This is Midsummer Night Fairy by Mirabilia. She's been long running since before 2007, before I left Philly. And all I worked on was the darker flesh. I think that's about all. But she's getting there. She's getting there. Every little stitch counts, right? I didn't work on any chronic on this time because chronic. So, and I am almost done. I was actually stitching this a little bit earlier, so there was a string still attached. But I'm working on it. I'm almost done, guys. Sweet Home Sampler by Mary Engelbright. And I'll have to insert a picture here. This is like, it's got to be my oldest one besides Mirabilia. And I finished all the full stitches. They're all done. I did all the black back stitching. Really pops on these letters. I did all the black back stitching in here. I did the windows. That's a brown. Then there's another brown that goes along this walkway. And I did that. And then I finished the stems for the flowers on one side, and I was working on the other side here to get those stems. Yeah, I'm working on the top side to get all those stems done. And then there's flowers up in here and vines and a couple lazy daisies I think on this side. There's some lazy daisy here, and then there's a bunch of French knots that go in down there, and then I'll be done. So I think it's coming out pretty decent. I think the back stitching in the cottage alone really made it pop a little bit more, made it a little bit more animated. So I'm happy with that. I'm just hoping it comes up clean. If not, I'll figure it out. You know I will. Can't fix it, feature it. So I also, the one that I turned around to grab, I started a new one. I wanted to get in on the Christmas elves. This is one that I showed you, I believe, the last video. This is by Romina, and she's Romy's Creations, and that's her website there. And I do believe I'll have what's it called again? The link below. And this is $12. What you do is you let her know you would like it, you email her, and you PayPal her $12, and all of it's, I think it's on her personal page on Facebook. I sent her $12, she emailed me the chart. And at first she only emailed me the English part, but then she sent me the Italian part too. I started it in Italian for a friend of mine, and this is how far I've gotten. I'm doing DMC B5200 to make the white pop on that banner, and it's really not wavy, it's just the way I have it stretched. But let me see, and 310, and then the rest are the Rami Creations. Let me see. Here's the colors I chose. It's not the colors she put down. I mean, she puts her colors, she does list her colors. Part of the contest is that you stitch the chart and you use at least one of her threads. Doesn't mean you have to use the called for, but you have to use at least one of her threads and have it stitched and send the picture by December 20th. And then you go in for a drawing. She's got 4 great little packages that she's giving out. She will do a drawing for anybody that finished. And if there's enough participation, she'll throw in a 5th one. So, if nothing else, guys, this is really cute. And I usually don't go for the cutesy little people, but I do actually think this is adorable. I know there's a lot of people out there that like Tiny Modernist and Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery, and that's right along that. This fabric is by Dove Stitch. They are now Fabric Flare, and I think Gavork does have some type of snowflake print, but I'm not sure if it's this exact one. You can find Fabric Flare at Cindy Sorley's Cross Stitchery. I'll put her link below. She's got a lot of different choices. She's got just about anything that he carries she can get. So she's got a good rapport with him, and she gets a lot of stuff. Let's see. I have a finish. December is Finish That Stitch, and Virtual Stitcher Sammy J started it. And I decided, you know what, I have a whole bunch that are so close to a finish that I had to get in on that and try to push myself to get some things finished. Sweet Home Sampler is one of them. So that's why I want to get that done, get that out of my way. And I have a list, it's right here, of the ones I want to get finished. I want to get Elegant Squid done. I would like to get 11s done. Sweet Home Sampler. I have that Eagles mascot that I started. I think I can get that one done, and I want to get Christmas elves done. So I think my focus after Sweet Home Sampler is going to be the Christmas elves, and possibly, because squirrel, I like to change it up. I might possibly pull out the Eagles mascot and or Elegant Squid. I'm sort of foregoing on Homeworks, and I'm not even, sorry, the dog is hitting the table. I don't think I'm going to be doing anything unless it happens to run into what I'm already into. I'm not doing any more challenges until January, when I can woosah and figure out what I'm doing, because it was starting to stress me out, and I'm not going to let it stress me out. So, I have a finish. Finished just a couple days ago. Didn't take me too long. I just had to finish up the coffee cups down here. This is called, oh my goodness. This is called A Little Coffee. It's by Lizzie Kate, and it comes with the fabric, and 2 little buttons which you're supposed to put here. I decided not to put them on there. I just put them in my stash for something else. I stitched it up using Vicky Clayton silks, anything I had on hand, and the colors I liked. And with overdyed threads, and if you watch Audrey, she'll tell you she meanders on her overdyes. I also do the same thing. I don't call it meandering so much. I call it careful placement. There's times when you really want the variegation to be something. Like this one, I didn't want it to go straight across. I sort of wanted to go up and down, so that's what I did with that. I think that gives the cup a little bit more depth. And then for these ones, this one I did in a swirl. I think this one I did up and down. This one I definitely did up and down on purpose to sort of give it a more striped effect. This one it didn't matter, I just went across. This one I started sort of going to a swirl, and then I did it in a patch. It's all on what you prefer. That's what I preferred. I ended up throwing in this spoon. If you haven't seen it already, like, hey, where'd that spoon come from? I ordered that spoon and I thought it was going to be a smaller charm. It wasn't. So I just tossed it to the side. It was in a little baggie sitting on my table forever. Sort of getting in my way, and I'm like, I'm just tired of looking at the spoon, but I don't know where to put it. And then when I was finishing this up, lo and behold, the spoon was there again. And it was perfect because it went right on top of the spoon that I actually stitched. And I like it. So that's that. Somebody actually gave me an idea, do I want to do it in one of those cubes? Because I just had a whole bunch of cube finishes, which you can see in not this Sunday's video from Just Keep Stitching, but the previous Sunday's video. I did a whole bunch of cubes for them, and they showed them in their video. And I might, if this fits on a cube, I might do it. I don't know if it's going to, though. This might be a little too large. But it's an idea. There's a possibility there. Who knows, maybe I'll just find a little frame to put it in, or I was even thinking, my friend April, and let me write that down. April Taylor, she watched my videos. Hi, April. I'm giving you a shout out. April does the paddles and horn books and stuff, and I have some of hers, and I was actually thinking, I'm wondering if that would fit on one, so I can hang it in the kitchen like a cutting board type thing. If not, April, you might be making me one to fit. I don't know. I'll put April's link below. She has a Facebook, and I know she's on Etsy, but I'm not sure if she has anything in her Etsy right now. If it is, I'll put it below also. And I'm writing myself a note, because you know you forget as soon as you turn the off button. So, that was what I stitched. That's it. But I did do sewing. I had to make some bags for an order, so I did that, and then I finished those 5 bags, and then I just finished another 5 bags earlier today. I've been slowly working on those, and then I'd done the zipper pulls and some scissor fob orders, so all that got done. Like I said, it's not that I'm not doing anything, it's just I'm just doing a lot of different things. I wanted to find out how to speak the English language and make words. I want to wish Carly, I stitch what I want. I want to wish you a happy birthday. She is this fellow Sagittarian. I do believe her birthday was a day or 2 ago. I forget the exact date, but I know she was a week after mine, so she was probably, today's Wednesday? I think it was Saturday, her birthday, which would be the 30th? Maybe. Maybe it was the 1st of December. I don't know. Happy birthday, Carly. I have an itchy eye. I don't know. It's one of those days. Okay. So on my finish list, real quick, because I'm still looking at it, hopefully I can get all those done. If by chance I like really get in there and get those done and it's not the end of the month yet, then my next one is going to be to try to knock out as much on Midsummer Night Fairy as possible. And I have a couple of others. I have Good Friends by Sue Hillis, and then I also have Dorothy's Discovery that doesn't seem like it should take too long to do. I doubt if I'll get to those, but we'll see. There's always possibilities. I opened it up so I could, you know, add a couple more if I could. I have a few plans that I'm going to do, and what I want to do about that, I've been trying to figure out how I was going to put it into the videos. So what I do want to do a whip parade. I'm not going to do it in this video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a separate video of a whip parade, and it's not going to be today. I will release that along the way. It won't be on a regular Wednesday. It'll just be eventually when I find enough space on this table. I'll pull them all out and I'll show them, and we'll see where I'm at and what I've got going on, and maybe you guys can give me some feedback. Maybe not. Anyway, so there will be a whip parade before the end of the year, just to show you what I've got going on, and we'll talk about that later. I also have not finished making all my plans for next year. I was sort of feeling like I don't know where to go with it, all over the place, getting pulled here, pulled there, let's do this, let's do that. And I was making the list for the Virtual Stitchers stitch-alongs, and that sort of gave me an idea, because Sammy's got monthly stitch-alongs going on there, and then there's other stitch-alongs that I may or may not join. I have decided not to join the January 1st Hawk Run Hollow, only because I don't have the fabric for it. I don't have it together. If it was kitted, then I'd start it. Why not? But I don't have the fabric for it. I need to order it. I'm not stressing about it. I could start it anytime I want. And as you know, I don't try to stress myself over what I'm going to do and set concrete boundaries. I sort of give myself goals and go along the path and just enjoy the stitch. You know, if it becomes a job and stressful, then I'm not going to want to do it, and then nothing gets done. So if I'm enjoying it and I want to get it done, and I put my pressure on to just get it done so I can get it finished, and that's great, but I'm not going to let it drive me nuts. I'm crazy on my own, but it's special, right? Alright, so that's not a plan, but I will have more plans, and I might even do a whole separate video on what I plan to do, or I might put it in 2 weeks, once I get a chance to just sit down and breathe with everything else I've been doing. Yeah, it's just, I haven't wanted to pull everything out and figure out what's there. I still have my little bag over there that I'm filling up with kitted stuff, and I'm going to show you something I kitted this week. This has been over the past week. About a week ago, I want to say. Alright, only a few more things we need to touch on. I have things that I purchased, and I received some stuff in the mail. For my birthday, let's talk about my birthday. For my birthday, I didn't do anything. I received a 5-pound bag of gummy bears, the Albanese. They are absolutely delicious. They really are the world's best gummy bears. My best friend Gina sent me a 5-pound bag. I still have at least 3 pounds, so calm down for those that were giving me a hard time. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I also received a package from my friend Jaylong, and that's where this kitting thing happened. Okay? So let's go with what I got in the mail. Floored. First of all, I received some socks. Some emoji socks. Her and I send socks to each other all the time. These are the 2 pairs she got me. I think they're cool. The candy she sent me, yeah, that's not here anymore, because she knows I like gummies. So, she also sent me, I don't even have the box, Jaylong, because that confetti, I just found another piece of confetti. She put a whole bunch of that metallic confetti in the box all over the place. Anything that had plastic, it was sticking to it. It said happy birthday, had stars, different colors, driving me crazy. Oh, there's some in this package. See? She sent me this kit, this Star Wars kit, because she knows I like Star Wars. Alright. then I received this. This is Fabric Flare. It's made for Stitchery Express, which is the Cindy Sorley site. Look at this. Show this side. It's got more purple on this side. I saw this and Jaylon was like, I'll get you a piece. And she did. I can't believe it. I was looking and I really like it. You know, it's white on one side. Now this silver is printed on the fabric. So, that being said, for the most part you can see where the stitches are, but you're going to need some good light and a decent needle because it does cover up some of the holes, just so you know. It does cover, and these holes are pretty tight because I got 32 count. So if you're worried about that and you like this fabric anyway, you might want to go with a larger count, maybe a 28 count or an Ada. I went with 32 because that's my favorite. I'm pretty sure that you... Oh no, this is 28. J-Long, this is 28 count? I thought it was 32. Let me see. It might be 28, but it... I don't know, it looks sort of small. Maybe it's just tighter together. I'll have to do a swatch test in the corner. But anyway, you might want to go with an Ada if you're worried about it. Or have something that has a solid color, because it does cover up some of the holes. Alright? Alright, let's keep moving along. I received another Mirabilia. This is Garden Prelude. Now, J-Long already started this one. She's got a lot of the bottom of the skirt done. And she sent me this. And she actually has the threads, too. She forgot to put them in the bag. But she sent me the beads. So this will be a future start. Now, you know, I told you, I think I only want to start another mirror after this one. So my next mirror, is, first of all, is going to be my Happy Hooker. We will be doing a hashtag Happy Hooker sale for those that want to do the baker's wife, because that's going to happen. So I've already been looking into what kind of fabric I want to do for her, and it's going to be sometime next year. It's not going to be right away. I need to finish Midsummer Night Fairy first. Once she's done, then I'll start another one. Alright, now, the biggest thing is this pile right here. This was also in the box, and it's lovely. And I'm going to save this one for last, the one I actually ended up kidding. So, Cindy had made an announcement. She was going to put in one last order with, what's her name? Lena Lawson. Because, not that she's not making the charts anymore, printing the charts anymore, it's the fact that it takes so long to get them from her. I know she's been having some issues at home, some kind of personal issues or health issues. I don't know the whole story, so don't go by, you know, I just know that she's having problems getting orders filled. And it's taken her a long time to get anything. I mean, up to 6 to 8 months, so it's like that bad. So Cindy put in one last order with her because she doesn't want to, you know, give bad customer service. And I had given J-Long a list as to what I wanted to get, you know, if she had them. And she actually got me everything on the list except for one. I can't believe it. And she sent it for my birthday. Between her and Cindy, they sent it for my birthday. Which absolutely floors me. Really, really floored me. So let me show you what I got. I got the Nemu Baba Yaga. That purse. I was just looking at the purse. It almost looks like there's a piece of fabric over it, but I bet you that's all in the chart. I don't know. To find out. So I haven't opened it yet. But look how cute that is. And then this is Brig and Dune. This is Gina and I. Now, this is Gina. Her favorite color is green. And this one's me in the blue, because that's my favorite color. So definitely had to get that. Then we have a bunch of these. This one is Gnome and Snail. Look how cute. And these are big charts. The charts are printed pretty large. No problem seeing them. That only gets my page break anxiety up, but that's okay. At least it'll be easy to read. I've got Great Journey. Look at the details in that. Look at that mouse. Ah. Witch on Pig. Yes, please. Yes, I need a witch on a pig. Why? Because it's there. I love this. And I don't know. It sort of looks like, I don't know, his leg is stuck out. Maybe he's just in mid-walk. But and then there's Squirrel. Get that red squirrel. Okay, there you go. I think those are some fairies in there too. How cool that is. Oh. Yeah, they are fairies. Or sprites. So cool. Gnome and Owl. That's another thing. I'm going to show part of the chart here just so you can see what it's going to look like. They're all color charts and they're huge. Huge. Gnome and Owl. Look how cool that is. And I think they do this and make them real big because there's so much backstitching in it. Spoiler alert. There's a lot of backstitching in it, which I think I'd want to do as I went along because there is so much. But since they do it so much backstitch, it's larger so you can tell what actually goes in there. You know, when you're doing the dimensions, you can't tell what that symbol is. Well, you can here. Trick or Treat. And I thought it was a T or a cross T was on. And what I noticed is this is Trick or Treat, and that's the letter T for a reason. They actually have other letters also in this series. But I like this one. My dog is chewing on the bone. Cookie. Look at that hair. And those toes. What is going on with those feet? Sort of looks like me. Well, I'm not sure. That hair, that could be me in the morning. I'm loving her. And Little Krampus. Gary did this one from Sunshine Stitchers. I had to get this one. Look at him. He's dropping his coal all over the place. And then I ended up having a vote on Virtual Stitchers on which one I wanted to start. This one ended up winning out. Hedgehog House. Look how cute he is. Oh my god. It's a little gnome with a pipe and a pointy nose driving him. It's too cute. So I decided, let's go ahead and kit it. Well, it's a lot of, I did it all in DMC. It is charted in DMC. It's a lot of grays. I mean, I know it's in baggies, but trust me, it's a lot of grays and some purples, some muted purples. A couple of light blues and white. Or is that not white? 3865, it's not white. So those are the colors that we need to go with. And I pulled out some, and this one won. I am going to stitch this on. This is the new Peddler's Brew. I showed this fabric. This actually uses, I got a 1/4 yard. This is an 1/8. This is using an 1/8 yard. And this is what I'm going to do it on. I think it's going to look really cool on there. I know there's browns on here, but I don't think they're really, because it's mostly gray on the outside of the hedgehog. I think it's just going to work out fine. And I think it's going to really be cool on this. This is 32 count. Peddler's Brew. She's got 2 different kinds of Peddler's Brew if you're interested on her Etsy, and I'll have her link below. But I'm using the called for DMC, and that's also going to be a start sometime next year. I haven't put it into a project bag. But I've got my working copy ready, and it's huge. That one thing is 2 pages worth of chart. Oh, and she does a lot of blends. On a lot of those, there's blends, and a couple of them have like 2 pages of blending. This piece on 14 count would be 7 3/4 by 10 inches stitched. So it's not huge, but it's a 2-page chart because they print it so large, which is kind of nice anyway. And I think all the back stitching is either, yeah, it's in a pewter gray or a black, which is kind of nice. It's like beginners, Lena Lawson for beginners, trust me. So thank you for my gummy bears, Gina, and thank you for my box, J Long, loved it. I also received, where'd it go? I did, Steph sent me a birthday card. It's got glitter on it, and it's got craft herpes on it. Alright, there is a sale going on starting January 10th, and my friend Connie is the designer. She owns and designs Connie G's Designs. That's her. She has got an Etsy shop, and it's Connie G's Designs, all one word, G-E-E, and I'll have her link below. And she's going to have a sale starting January 10th, and I decided that I was going to do this one, Wish Upon a Star. Gonna really? Going to town over here. Anyway, so I picked Wish Upon a Star. I have not started kitting it yet because it's not January yet. I got, what, almost a month, right? Plenty of time. She uses DMC colors, but I think what I want to do is go through my loads of Victoria Motto and pick out those threads first, and then I'll figure out what kind of fabric I want to put it on. From the looks of this, I'm wondering what it would look like if I did it like a drum. I don't know. We'll see. We'll stitch it up, see what happens afterwards. But that's Connie G's Designs. I will put her link below. She also has a Facebook group that she's having this sale on, and it's going to be hashtag Connie G Sale. I will put the link to the group below also, so if you want to check her out, check out her designs, check out her group, and possibly join in on the stitch along, that would be great. I took advantage of a sale, actually a couple of sales, and one of them, they're both on Etsy, Silk Stitches Pattern. It's all one word, and I don't know if it's one of the Russian designers or not, but I really like hummingbirds, and they had a sale, and I think I got them 50% off. I got this hummingbird design. Look how pretty that is. Love that. And same designer, Sloppy. I couldn't resist. You can't have some Sloppy. He looks like he's going to be pretty quick stitch too. Just a little bit of back stitching. I think that's going to be really cute. God, Sloth. So excited. Alright, and then 50% off, and I don't know if they still have that because it was, you know, Cyber Monday and Black Friday and all that, but WillowHillSamplings, I got this for 50% off. I bought one of the, I bought it Paul Revere's Ride not too long ago when they had another sale. I think I got it 25% off. I think this was 50% off though, and it's the whole preamble. So, don't know when I'm going to do that one, but I did print out the first page so I don't forget that I have it. I forgot to show last time that I got number 11 on my ornaments. This one I actually like, guys. I actually like this one. It has little red light buttons, and I like the tree. I do. I think it's cute. Little bird's cute. Like that. Have one more month to go. We'll see what it looks like. I obviously have not signed up for next year's. Not interested. 2 more things and we are done. I bought some stuff from Michael's. Oh, for Thanksgiving. Alright. Uh, we went to... We didn't leave until the afternoon. So we got over to Cracker Barrel, and I knew there was going to be a wait. I was already... I knew there was going to be a wait. I was prepared. So I went in, I put our name... coffee, brought to you by the Enterprise. I put our name in, and then I went and sat in the car for about 20-25 minutes. And they called names on the intercom, but you can't hear it if you're sitting in the car, obviously. But I knew it was going to be a while. And about 25, maybe 30 minutes went by, and I was like, all right, let's make our way in. So we did. And, you know, for those that don't know, the Cracker Barrel is not just a restaurant, but it has like a little general store type thing with anything from clothes to tchotchkes. And, of course, the Christmas stuff is out. So there's ornaments and everything like that, and they have candy and cups and soda and old-time stuff. And anyway, so we went in and we looked around because why not? We had time. And just when I was going to go ask, just make sure that they didn't call our name already, they called our names. So we got to sit down. I think our total wait from the time I actually signed up to the time we sat down was about an hour, which is not bad at all. Food was pretty good. I would have preferred the jellied cranberry sauce over the relish because it's got chunks in it. And the sweet potato mash with pecans, that was kind of sweet. For me, it was kind of sweet. But everything was pretty decent. You got a piece of ham, piece of turkey, you had stuffing. The stuffing was really good. And I didn't eat it all. I didn't eat the bread, and I couldn't fit the pie, so brought that home. And then after we left, we went over to Michael's. Michael's had their doorbuster sale, and I bought, they have bins that have smaller bins in it because you need a bin in a bin. And it's geared towards photos and scrapbooking. It's 16 smaller bins into one large bin that holds them all, and they're for 4x6 photos, so those are normally $40. Nobody ever pays $40. Come on now, you use a 40% off coupon. Anyway, they had them for $10. So I bought 2 of them. And I'm putting my needle minder supplies in them. And I went through. It took me a couple hours, but it's sort of like therapy. I didn't mind. And I got them all in there. I'm really happy with the way it looks. It's a lot easier to get to them when I get orders in. Along with that, oh, hold on. My friend Carla sent me a card with craft herpes all over it, and I could tell because I was outside when I felt the card, and I was like, this doesn't feel right. So I opened it up outside, and a lot of this came off. Can you see that? Yeah, that stuff. It's still falling off, Carla. Thanks. I found some over on my table the other day. She sent me a Christmas card. It's cute. And in there, she sent me this, and it looks like a matchbook. But it's not. It is a needle book. How cute is that? It's a little bit of felt, and she's got 26 and 28 size needles in here. I just thought that was adorable. And I told her I was going to steal her design, and she is totally fine with that. She said she doesn't remember. I don't think she remembered where she found the idea. But, you know, we all have to do something. And I thought this was cute, so I actually made some the other day with some scrapbooking paper, and that's where this comes in. I like to buy a lot of the clearance stuff from stuff like this. I'll make little cards and stuff like that with scissors, and if I'm doing some of the needle minders, instead of using business card after business card, if it's multiples, I'll cut a piece of this and put it on there for different things, or make the thread drops. And I actually took some of the other papers that I have and sliced them up and made some of those books. And in mine, I have scrap linen, I mean literal scraps like this that I keep. So I'm able to cut just a little piece of linen and put it in there instead of looking for felt for it. And I'm sure I have felt in here, in this room somewhere. I'm sure I do. So thank you for the idea, Carla. I love that. I also got another idea from Carla when I was watching one of her videos. She was talking about how when you're doing heaven and earth designs, not all of the colors they call for, you don't need a whole skein. Some of them don't use that many, so what I've decided to do, taken from that idea, she was talking about putting it on project cards, but they get tangled, but I'm taking some of that idea and I'm going to go through my heids and see what only needs, like, when I say a strand, I mean like the whole 6 pieces of the strand, but I'm thinking about just figuring out what I'm going to need and put the partials on project cards and then keep the full skeins for the ones that I know that I'm going to need pretty much the full skein for. I think that'll cut it down on the bags because most of them are in bags and on rings like this, but there's obviously tons more than just this, and it just gets to be a lot to go through. So I think doing that with the project cards is going to be a decent idea. I just have to find time to sit down and figure out what I can pull on those and what I can't. And my last thing is the giveaway winner. Earlier today, stuff on me. Earlier today, I did the random comment picker for my last video. I did not videotape it because if you don't trust me, I don't care. I don't lie, so I just used the random comment picker and I wrote down the name. And the name it picked was Bridget Shamrock. Bridget, you won this kit, this punch needle kit, along with the punch needle and this little accessory bag that I made. So I will comment on your comment from the last one. You can contact me, and you're in Virtual Stitchers anyway, so if I see you, I will tell you, hey, send me your address. That way I can get this out to you and you can do some punch needle maybe for Christmas. Just make a cute ornament, present, ornament for you, whatever you want to do. I am about done. I do have things that I have in the works. For those that are doing the Stitch Along for Sunshine Stitchers, the Winter Quaker sale, I did get with Ronnie and Gary on that a while ago, and I made up zipper pulls and scissor fobs that would match the bags. So if you're interested, they are on my group. The announcement was on their group page on the Garon tote bag. They're still available. I have a few here. I just wanted to give you guys a reminder. I know that's coming up on the 21st of December, so if you are interested in that, contact me. You can message me on Facebook. Instagram is, all my Instagram information, everything's below. Plus I have my Stitch and Button group, and the pictures are on there too. So I think I'm about done. I have been busy and I'm gonna be cutting out more bags and making more bags soon. I need to go get more vinyl. I have some, but I'm gonna need it. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving for those in the US. Otherwise, I just hope that everybody's doing pretty decent. I know that there was some fires in Australia and it's been pretty hot there. I hope you guys are okay. And I know the north has been getting slammed with snow, and I hope you guys are staying safe and warm. It's actually been getting a little chilly down here. I turned on my heat last night. Just last night, don't get it twisted. It's not like I was freezing, but the house was under 60 degrees, so we had to turn on the heat just to be able to step out of bed, because otherwise I ain't getting out of bed. But that's what's going on here. Not much. It's good when it's not too exciting, right? Sometimes not exciting is a good thing. I am going, I'm pretty sure we're going to put up a tree again. Even though Haley's not going to be here for Christmas, we'll put up a tree. I'm going to put it on my table because I don't have any place else to put it. The house is too small. And with the dog, I don't need him knocking it over. So it's going to go up on the table. And we bought a new tree from Michael's. It's a 6-foot tree. And the The ceilings, I do believe, are tall enough to be able to still put it on the tree and still have clearance, so it would be okay that way. It's pre-lit, so I don't have to worry about stringing the lights on there. I just need to put on ornaments, which I did buy a couple of new ones this year. Do I have? You know, I made ornaments for other people. For finishing wise, I didn't make any new ones for my tree though. Oh well, it's always the way it goes, right? I hope everybody is well, and if you're not well, I hope you feel well soon. You guys take care, and don't forget, don't let anybody steal your sunshine. I'll see you in 2 weeks.